Hello there, I'm Mark Coulson, editor of Total Carp magazine, here with Dave Lane looking at the TFGear Glimmer alarms. Now, I know from being out on features with you, Dave, you've tested these, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
And I think reliability is the buzzword, and the time we were out once, I forget where it was, but we got absolutely soaked. They stayed out there and carried on working, so, you know, what's the key there?
Well, for me, like I say, you said, I put them through the paces on the testing process, and I started using them in the winter. When I was fishing on monks when it was extremely cold, you know, so that's always a good test for alarm, you know, variance in temperature, and like you say, rain and that, and they haven't let me down once, to be honest. They're totally waterproof, totally weatherproof, whether it's boiling hot, freezing cold. And the good thing about them that I like is the receiver. The range between the receiver and the heads is good, and it's always positive. Right. You know, regardless of bushes and bankside stuff.
Sure.
In the way,
even atmospheric conditions can actually play a part.
Everything can change them, yeah. But you know, a reasonable distance that you're going to want to be from your rods, you know, you're picking up a bite every time, which is very important. And the battery life also is very good on the receiver, which on some it's not.
Sure, yeah, I've had alarms before in the past, and they literally used to eat batteries. We used to joke about that.
No, it's very good. But you can change the colours of the lenses on them, set them up.
Okay, so obviously on the front of the alarm,
yeah,
sure. So you can pop the interchangeable lens cover into there to correspond it to the receiver itself. Okay,
so
I like that.
Say if you had rods, for example, you're in the bivvy and you've got rods in like 2 different swims, or you know, one behind the bush there.
Sure.
You know which way you're running when you come out.
Right, excellent. One of the little features that stood out to me was the Nightlight. I quite like that because you know some alarms have got that, but not all of them. But it's actually really easy to
it's an option on these. You've got the switch at the bottom there, and if you push it one way, it activates these 2 little night lights.
Yeah.
If you push it the other way, you've just got the head without them.
Okay, so you don't actually have to have the night light on, but it's there if you need it.
Yeah, personal choice. If you like it, just flick it over.
And 2 little LEDs either side of where your line runs. Obviously, that's just going to help you locate the rods, isn't it? Really. So brilliant.
Yeah, if you're in dark, sort of grown over swims, and you know, like say you've got one rod poked down in the reeds or something, it is quite handy to see those 2 little lights.
And you've obviously got the volume, tone and sensitivity settings on each head.
Yeah, and they've all got, I think it's about 5 or 6 different settings on each one.
Right.
So you've got a full range, you know, you can set them up to your own personal preference. You know, I like low tone and quite a low volume as well.
Can you turn the head to silent and still have the sound on the remote?
No, you can turn them right down.
Right.
And if you turn the tone and the volume right down, then it's the next best thing.
Sure.
It's as good as silent.
Brilliant. Excellent.
So yeah, all round, very, very, very reliable set of alarms.
3 plus a receiver in a presentation set.
All comes in a case like that.
So if you don't leave them on your buzz bars or bank sticks, you've got something nice and solid to keep them in between trips. Yeah. Great stuff. One of the things that we get asked about all the time, Dave, with remote alarms is, you know, how easy they are to actually tune into the receiver. And I know, well, these couldn't be much easier at all,
No, they couldn't. Some of them are very complicated, you're right. You have to go through a whole digital process. With these, they've just simply got this slide in the back with 8 different settings. And when they come, they're set on a 0 setting, so they're all going to work as soon as you buy them. Right. But if you're fishing a lake and somebody else has got a set on the same setting, there's a chance you'll pick up their signal. Well, you will pick up their signal. So you literally get a baiting needle, a pin, anything small, and you can just flick one of these switches, any one of the 8, into like,
so you could have like number 1
up,
down and the rest of them up, or any combination.
Any combination you like, and as long as that corresponds exactly to what you set in your sounder box, then you've got your own unique frequency.
Right. And those little switches are just found behind the battery inside
just behind the battery, yeah. You just pop the battery out and just get, like I said, a little baiting needle or something, and just choose your own numbers you want up and down. You know, set your birthday in there or whatever you like, really. You know, but as long as all the 3 heads and the receiver are on the same frequency, the chances of somebody else being on your own preset frequency are slim to none, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, brilliant.